When you're really hungry, the first thing that usually comes to mind is carbs. Carbs, carbs, carbs. So we put together some of our favorite starchy, potatoey stories to fill you up.
Deep in the heart of the Andes Mountains, one man is growing lots and lots and lots of potatoes.
Nokaksoti Julio mamani nokalankani que papas natewasta casi 400 barras tantosta. Noka se papa con la sutinta huya mosaiki poca cose hachon wakachi pose hachon wakachi po mamakin a tantos barras tantos nombres hay. Se raiko ano kacheita ahnata koirane respetan se papata mejor que wawaita.
Potatoes originated along the southern border of Peru, close to 8,000 years ago. Julio lives near where potato growth first thrived, in one of the most remote locations in the country.
Noka tiane que comunera campesina Pampacoralpe, apartamento Cusco, sobre nivel 4.800 nivel de mar, alturas. Laresman, con chaquipe porico, 3 horas y media, lejos pe.
Julio's family has lived in the region for generations, and thanks to the land's microclimate, he's able to grow his unique potatoes in high quantities. Julio is always experimenting with new farming techniques and relies on other native potato farmers to create his new strains.
Apa no kaman sa kailangan como herencia 100 barrera. Tokong anjewang ano kapsa cambiamos ni kahmulawan cambiamos. Arjewang aswang askata merachipon. Nunca mejor necesito diario, mejor en la mañana 12, en la tarde, claro, diario, siempre sopa, papa, sancocho, papa. Gustaba no cama, más alimento, carte no cama gustaba. Ni matap ser no propio ser na kaikuspa normal mejor. Ser mana tanto colcaban mejor hecho siempre. Propio lankas propio animal ni ser mantenerlos.
Potatoes are not only a staple in Julio's diet, they are the backbone of Peruvian cuisine, which is why Julio wants to push the boundaries of potato farming and continue his family's legacy.
Noka cheita ko nan a nivel Perú piaka que papata koirane respetachini manachinganamba.
The creation of the potato chip is a rather snarky, surprising, and idiosyncratic story. When French fries made their way to America, they soon became a restaurant mainstay. Many restaurants served fries as their signature dish. Believe it or not, they were once considered very hoity-toity. In 1853, George Crumb was a chef at the Moon's Lake House in Saratoga Springs, New York. Their signature dish was none other than Moon's fried potatoes, or as the aristocrats would say, potatoes served in the French manner. One day, just like any other, a customer some believe to have been Cornelius Vanderbilt himself ordered fries. Upon being served, Cornelius scoffed and sent them back. He deemed the fries soggy and not crispy enough. This insanity continued a few more times, until Crumb lost it. I mean, he really lost it. He fired back, cutting the potatoes paper thin and frying them up. You see, back in 1853, eating with your hands was a major faux pas, making Crumb's revenge even more diabolical. By cutting the potatoes paper thin, there would be no way that Cornelius could use his fork, forcing him to use his hands. Crumb's plan backfired, kind of, as the patrons dug in with both hands and loved them. Saratoga chips were born. They became a Saratoga dining staple. Soon thereafter, they took the world by storm. Crumb himself even opened his own restaurant with baskets of chips displayed on each and every table.
Welcome to Rochester, New York, the home of Kodak Eastman, situated on Lake Ontario, and creator of the finest delicacy in all the land.
Hey, can I have a plate with all the garbage on it, please?
That, my friends, is the garbage plate, and let me tell you, it is glorious.
My name is Alex Tahu. My grandfather invented the original garbage plate called Hot Some Potatoes, and my father perfected the real garbage plate.
At this point, you're probably wondering what this so-called garbage plate is. I'll tell you, a garbage plate is...
Let me handle this. Garbage plate starts with your choice of sides from home fries, French fries, macaroni salad or beans. Then you pick your meat, hot dogs, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, whatever's on the menu. Then you add your toppings from mustard, onions, and hot sauce. Ketchup and red hot is optional. Then add 2 pieces of Italian bread and butter, and you're all set to go. Over the years, we've had a lot of different kind of garbage plates. We actually had our sardine plate years ago. I don't think you can get much crazier than sardines. The best part of this business is, of course, the customers. Without them, we'd be nothing. The place was established to give people a lot of food at a reasonable price. For years, people have come in here hungry that didn't have any money. My father always fed them.
That's really sweet, Alex, but let's get back to the garbage because I'm really wondering how many calories are in a plate.
I really don't know. Some people have said 3,000. I don't think it's that high, but I guess I'd have to be a nutritionalist to tell you. But I will say this is the only place you can get a garbage plate. Any other plate in Rochester is a copycat. We trademarked it, so now it's world famous.
Trademarking garbage? Genius.
It's Thanksgiving. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes. But the one thing that has always stood out is a bit of a head scratcher. Sweet potato casserole. We're pretty sure sweet potatoes and marshmallows weren't at the original Thanksgiving, so what happened? Sweet potatoes have been around forever. And marshmallows, this sticky, gooey mess, actually comes from a plant and has been around since ancient Egypt, a delicacy only pharaohs could eat. Okay, fast forward to the 20th century. Marshmallows were a big deal, expensive, and essentially the Cristal of sweet treats. And not only that, but they were even handmade. Marshmallows became a mainstay for highfalutin housewives. See, back then, housewives would have to make whipped cream or even meringue by hand, but the marshmallows were a modern time saver. The first recipe that paired sweet potatoes and marshmallows appeared in 1918 in a trade journal cleverly named Sweet Potatoes and Yams. As marshmallows grew in popularity and began being mass-produced, more and more recipes began implementing them as an everyday ingredient. Nowadays, marshmallows are generally reserved for campfires and hot chocolate, and this non-traditional favorite. Whether you like your sweet potatoes a la marshmallow or plain, happy Thanksgiving!
Saffron, beluga caviar, truffles, and bonnet potatoes are just some of the world's most expensive foods. Wait, potatoes? Is that right? Guys, it says here on the script potatoes. A potato? Seriously? Welcome to Noirmoutier, a tiny island off the Atlantic coast of France. This is the only place you can find the king of potatoes, His Majesty Le Bonnet. But if you want to eat them fresh, you've got to be quick, as they're only available for 10 days a year. This is Rudy. He's a potato farmer. So what makes the island of Noirmoutier so special for these spuds?
Cette terre sableuse qui fait qu'elle se plaît bien. Ensuite, les algues, on les apporte à l'automne dans la terre pour amender simplement la terre et faire que la pomme de terre pousse.
All the farmers on the island are part of a cooperative. They deal with treating, cleaning, selling, and sending all over Europe. Nicholas is the director. He makes sure everything runs smoothly. He really loves these potatoes.
Alors, on dit pas les patates, on dit les primeurs Bonnet de Noirmoutier. Alors voilà.
Ah, sorry.
Alors elle est fragile mais pas mécanisable. Donc c'est pour ça que nous sommes obligés de la ramasser à la main. La récolte de la bonnotte se fait en 2 semaines et la vente se fait uniquement sur 10 jours.
Now, I hope you're sitting down because in 1996, these pricey potatoes fetched at auction an insane amount. Drum roll? Roughly $500 per pound. Luckily for you and me, nowadays bonnet potatoes aren't going to break the bank, fetching more like $5 per pound, which is still a lot for a bag of potatoes.
C'est la pomme de terre la plus chère du monde. Voilà. Et on assume totalement. C'est un travail artisanal et donc les producteurs sont fiers de le faire. C'est ce qui en fait sa valeur. On l'envoie donc en France sur toutes les bonnes tables et partout pendant 8 jours, mais aussi dans les pays limitrophes et sur les bonnes tables d'Europe.
Once the harvest is complete, an annual Bonnet Festival is held. Here, the golden potatoes are traditionally served with grilled sardines. So, how do they taste?
C'est surprenant. Donc c'est une pomme de terre avec un goût assez fort, pomme de terre, tirant sur une saveur châtaigne. Alors malheureusement, je ne peux pas en manger régulièrement, puisqu'elle n'apparaît que 10 jours par an. Mais en effet, pendant ces 10 jours, je prends plaisir donc à la cuisiner.
So there we have it, the king of potatoes. Thank you, Your Majesty.